So You Said Yes is a Hallmark film from 2015. This is directed by Christie Wolf. It's written by Robin Palmer, and we have a cast including Kellie Martin and Chad Willett. And it's okay. I didn't dislike it, but I definitely didn't enjoy it. I found the characters to be a little bit irritating, to be honest. Specifically, our protagonists. We have Annabelle and Sam, and the performances were fine, but I found both of the characters to be kind of annoying and not very believable. Annabelle owns a bridal shop, and she falls in love with Sam, but she doesn't know that Sam might be connected to a rival bridal shop, and I will say no more than that. As a narrative, it's interesting enough. I think the story works well, it flows well, the pacing's good, absolutely no issues with that. Visually, it's really beautiful, really gorgeous. I love the designs of the bridal shops. Obviously, we have a lot of gorgeous costumes, both in terms of on the characters and also on the mannequins. So visually, it's quite nice. And the story definitely works well. There's not really anything about it that I wasn't happy with. And I'm not going to say how it ends or what happens in the final third, but I was satisfied with where everything went. I just feel like our protagonists are kind of irritating, and not enough that it ruined the film. I won't say that it was strong enough to make me not want to watch it, but certainly if the characters had been better written, if they'd been less annoying, if they'd been maybe more realistic, and I say this as a huge Hallmark fan, I don't look for real characters in Hallmark films because often they have very ridiculous situations, very unrealistic reactions to things, i.e. they meet somebody and then declaring their love within the next 3 days. But nevertheless, this one seems to just go a step too far with how much I just don't believe the characters. So I didn't really like it very much based on that. The narrative is fine, but the characters meant that it ultimately wasn't the most enjoyable experience. Performances are fine. Visually, as I said, it's quite appealing. So there are some positives, but I'd say ultimately the characters needed to be better written for So You Said Yes to ultimately be a decent film. That being said, I'm happy to recommend it. If you're a fan of Hallmark films in general, I'd say it's worth checking out. If it's not your kind of film ordinarily, I'd say probably best to avoid it because it's not the best. But if you're just looking for something that's relaxing, quite an easy watch with some decent performances and a good narrative, the story is good, and as I said, visually very appealing. It's just unfortunately not all of the characters, but some of them are a little bit too irritating for my liking. But I guess at the end of the day, So You Said Yes is not exactly a bad film.